Yes, big up. Welcome back to SFeatleyTV, and we are here for the Hot Off the Press show, your weekly Hot Off the Press show as usual. And I'm gonna start off myself, and then I'm gonna bring guests on in a minute. But yeah, this what we're talking about this week. We're talking about the Kroenkes and the Glazers. Obviously, Arsenal, Man United, deep within the deep in buying signings. Arsenal buying Tavares, sorry, buying Lokonga, Ben White, and for Man United they bought um, Varane and Sancho mainly. I think they're looking at someone else as well. We'll have a look again. But the main question I wanted to go is about the owners. We all know about the owners, Man United owners. We all know about Arsenal's owners as well, right? We all hate them. Um, what I wanted to know, are they using this to pull the wool over their fans' eyes yet again? Are they doing this to fool us again? To say, like, show that they care and, to see if they care or not. My guess is no, they don't. My guess is they don't care. There's no change. Um, so yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna type this in. I just gotta sort this out. Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. I'd love to see what you guys think of it. Do you think that they pulling the wool over our eyes? Do you think it's just a coup? Do you think it's just a um? How am I? Uh, how am I? How are you, Steven? Looking fine tonight? Yeah, I'm looking fine, man. I'm looking cool. Uh, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the believe in you will achieve. Yeah, strive to be the best, my brother. Love the streams. Big up. Our work always beats talent. That's a good fact as well, mate. Drop it like it drop drop it like it's hot. Just drop the likes, put the likes on it. That'll do. No to racism. Yes, no to racism, mate. I'm appalled by like we've said this many times on the show since the World Cup, since the Euros, since the Grand Prix as well. Hamilton being one of my idols, probably my idol, and watching the hearing the racist abuse that he got, um, really hurt. So yeah, big up Static, big up mate, big up mate. Can I let me send the link on Facebook Messenger? Yeah, let me get the messenger up. Let me get me messenger up. Uh, let's have a look. Messenger. Right. Have you sent anything through, like a request on it, message request? There you go. Got it. Got it. Yeah, I got it. Got it. Let's go. There you go. Sent. Done. Right. Yeah. So big up Anthony. I think they are. I think they are. But I do think they've got to listen to at least 80% of the fans and give our manager or next manager the backing they deserve. That's very true. It's about like what do they do in terms of backing? Like, are Arsenal gonna back the owners this time? We've got to say, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Not too bad, my friend. No time is see. Yeah. Big up on your holiday the other time. I had no clue about it. So my
No
bad.
worries. No worries at all.
Um, I wouldn't know. But yeah. Yeah. How's yourself? And yeah, I mean, Arsenal signing Ben White. They've signed Tavares. They're looking at Locatelli. We've got Lokonga as well. Um, yeah. What do you think with Arsenal? Do you think it's just like the owners talking shit and then just trying to do anything to buy their trust back?
Well, I'm confused with Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. I think Tavares and Lokonga, I see them more as replacements to Guendouzi and Kolasniak, which I don't mind that they're young. I think for Tierney, that was probably the only option because he's so good. And if he stays fit from injury, he's probably our future captain. But with with the links with Ramsdale and Tammy Abraham, like I don't understand. We don't need Tammy Abraham, and he costs 40 million pounds. I mean, is he any better than Martinelli and Balogun? What's the point of renewing Balogun's contract, renewing Martinelli's contract? We have them. We gonna have one off Aubameyang, or like I said, still. So why spend 40 million on a striker that's not any better than the ones we have, who is not good in the link-up play, even though he's very tall. He's not a good target. I mean, we've seen that if we're gonna buy a striker, we need someone who's like I said, but much better. We don't need a Tammy Abraham with Ramsdale. I don't understand. I mean, we had Emi Martinez, so we kind of sold him to buy Ramsdale, who's he's worse than Leno. Why would we spend 30 million on Ramsdale? I mean, he's a relegation keeper. That's his level. I almost feel like we're preparing to go down to championship. That's why we're going for.
Look, I mean, I've already been on Lucas' channel
Yeah,
about Tammy Abraham, and he's not a bad player. Like I don't see why people are giving him so much stick and so much hate because like he's done well with like the season that they weren't allowed to buy anyone, which was not last season, the season before, and they got in fourth place with Lampard, the manager, by the way. And
yeah,
then obviously they cast him aside. Like Werner came in, he didn't get a
yeah,
look in. He was just cast aside. He didn't really get any time game time he did get. It was against dead ass teams. That of course he was going to score goals and he was never getting any credit. So for me,
hmm,
like I don't think he's a bad idea. I wouldn't say he's my best option. Put that out there. He's not my best option. He's not my preferred option. But we're looking for someone who's going to be like a Bamiyang, who's gonna you're gonna play the ball in behind and he's gonna run onto it. Aubameyang can't do that no more, and that's why he's just getting isolated out the game. So for me, if you're choosing over Aubameyang and Abraham to do that job and be that different sort of striker, I'd pick Abraham because he's got the pace to do it.
yeah. I mean, for me, or if I'm honest, I
No,
think, I
go on.
think Arsenal this season has shown that we need a striker who has technique, who can play with the back against goal, and who can link up with Saka, Smith Rowe, and Pepe, or whoever we are playing in midfield. that is not Abraham's strength. I think players like Abraham, like Aubameyang, what they are good at, we don't play that kind of football. So that's why for me, I wouldn't necessarily choose them at all. I know we disagree, but for me, I don't rate Abraham.
Yeah, I get why some people don't. Look, I get why some people don't. Um, yeah, thanks, Static. I was about to hide it myself. Like you just like give Mel the respect you deserve. You can fuck off. Simple as that. Um, Kingdom, mate. Saeed, mate. You the go. Yeah, if yeah, New York. You got to link up for. I doubt that's the actual Kanye West, to be honest. But big up for coming on. I'll be on in 20 minutes. Big up, Leon. I gotta send you the link, mate. Then. I'm working, but she's in the chat. Big up, Miss Mill. Um, big up all the members actually. So if I keep doing that, big up Miss Mill, King Tony. You've got um, Talk, Bargav, Maisie. Big up Maisie. Um, I'm trying to think of one more. I swear there's one more. I think there's one more. Connor. That's it, Connor. The Yank talking smack. Alright, big up. So yeah. Um everyone be nice to each other live in the chat, please. Don't yeah, big up. Uh, uh big up. What is it with these names, honestly? But yeah, yeah, I know I just look, it's like I said, he's not my number one target. Don't get me wrong. He's not my number one target, but I'm not gonna be sitting here and saying that he's actually shit and it's like the end of the world if we did get him. Right? 40 million is not exactly what we're paying him. We're basically paying 20 million and 20 million in player tax. What we do?
Oh, Steven, sorry, I had a call. That's why.
That's all right. It's fine.
Yeah,
But I'm
just
just
big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to Static. Big up to Mel. Big up to Kanye West. We got celebrities in the building.
yeah, we got celebrities in the building now.
Yeah,
We're moving up in the world.
yeah, we're moving. Maybe he can link us up with Ariana Grande.
Maybe he could, like, can you get on the blower? Said like Arsenal won't win in the Champions League in 3 years, and I came out with an analogy that should turn up on the channel beforehand. So we got to get that sorted.
Yeah. Big up
Um,
Justin Bieber as well. We got lots of celebrities. 50
oh
Cent.
no,
Uh, yeah, but as I was saying before, I mean, for me, I don't want a limited striker because I feel like the game has evolved from it. And I think one of the reasons why Chelsea is trying to get rid of Tammy Abraham is because he's very limited. He's like Aubameyang. They need service. If you give them good service, if you create chances a lot, they will score. But if you play against low block team and you try to link up, you try to play 1-2 combination with your midfielders, they're going to struggle because that's not how they play football. And for me, instead of putting 40 million on Tammy, why not give that game time to Martinelli and Balogun? Let them share that game time. So if you're going to give Tim Abraham maybe 15, 20 starts in the league, give them 10 each and it will make them much better. They will, because we both know how much talent Martinelli have, Balogun have, and they can only improve if they get game time. For me, I rather give them that opportunity and see what they can do with that game time than buy a striker that I think is not much better than what we have, but would cost a significant kind of money, even if it is 20 upfront and the other 20 in installment. In the end, is 40 million. And also, if we want to evolve, if we want to go for top four, I don't think Tammy is good enough for that for us. I think he would be a good option for maybe a West Ham. They need a striker. Brighton need a striker. I think that's more his level.
Yeah. Just go quickly
But I
see.
don't. Yeah, but with Arsenal and the transfer window is a very weird window. It's a very weird window. Like for example, I'm not unhappy with the Ben White signing because I wanted to see a defender that was gonna start ahead of Rob Holding. Because I think that again, if we want to evolve, if we want to improve, we need better defender than a Rob Holding. He did okay last season, but that's like his maximum. That's his ceiling. If we want to go higher, aim for higher, we need better. I think Ben White is a better defender than Rob Holding, and I think he's better on the ball than Rob Holding. I know that, for example, Arteta was never gonna start, even if Saliba stayed. He wasn't gonna start him a lot. I know a lot of people, including myself, wanted to see him get an opportunity, wanted to see him stay. But again, if he stays and don't play, what's the point? Loan him out, let him play. Hopefully next year when he's back, we have another manager who will use him, and then people will see how good this kid is. Because I watched Saliba, I watched him last season at Nice, I watched him the year before at Saint Etienne. That kid is special. I know we like to overhype players, but that kid is special. He's gonna turn out to be something good unless injuries hit him. That's my view on it.
Yeah. And see right. Say, how many players will Arsenal sign? That's a good question.
Oh, that's a good question. So
That
we've
is a good question.
already
Apparently, we've got
signed.
100 million still to spend, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I mean,
Or I'm making that up.
I think it depends on how many players leave. I think let's say we've signed Lokonga, Tavares, and Ben White. That's three players. I think we signed a number 10. I think we will sign a CM. I think we will sign a backup keeper. That's another three, so you're up to six players. If Bellerin goes, we're gonna sign a right back. That's 7. So I think somewhere between 6 to 8 players will come in total. That's what I reckon. I mean, for me personally, I would have signed 2 CMs. I think we need one CM that is more creative, and then one CM that is more defensive, and then a number 10. Because if we are losing Torreira, Guendouzi, Granit Xhaka, Dani Ceballos, if Willow goes out on loan, that's 5 central players. We don't have a lot of bodies to just rely on Partey, El Neni, Lokonga, and whoever we sign. That's just 4 players.
And clickbaiting gets hidden. So that's you,
How you
Don.
doing, Connor?
Yeah, I'm
Big
good,
up,
thank
Connor.
you.
How are you, mate?
Yeah, very good, thanks. I've got good news, but we'll talk about this first because this is a good discussion.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Do you got a date?
No, it's not a date. It's to do with
Nah.
football, but I wish. No, but no, with Arsenal, I think.
I think it is. You just fuck off.
Oh.
And I mean it.
Yeah, but on the subject of Arsenal, I mean, I think Ben White will be a good sign, and I think with Ben White, why they're signing him is because of his versatility. He can actually play as a midfielder. Well, not a centre mid, but as a CDM as well. As long as this, But I think with Ben White as well, he's if you play him in the back four, he will not do good. He's got to play in a back three if you're playing him as a centre back. He ain't a good He ain't a defender. You look at David Luiz, he ain't a good defender. He's a person who can, you can rely on him from set pieces and to play the ball out from the back, and he can be a bit aggressive, but he ain't an out and out defender.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Finish what you're saying first. Go on.
Yeah, but I think Arsenal need to get one more midfielder. I do see that happening. Who it will be, I don't know, but I doubt it's going to be another 40 million pound sign or whatever. But I think that's not the only place they need to improve. You know, I look even in the attacking department, Phil. I look at the strikers, Aubameyang and Lacazette. I mean, and even you've got Nketiah there. They're not exciting. I think they're not going to get you.
Martinelli, he could play as a striker.
Yeah, but will Arteta play Martinelli? That's the question.
Yeah,
He doesn't like Martinelli, does he? So it's
Might not have a choice.
Yeah, it's touch and go. I still think you're lacking a bit in the attack department. You've got Saka, you know, you've got Martinelli, even though he's not really favoured. Willian's still there, and he looks about 10 stone overweight. So, yeah, I think there's still a lot more to come. And you're going to get Ramsdale for 30 million, apparently. I mean, what's that all about?
That is just ridiculous.
If you
that
do
must
get him
be
for 30 million.
This one of the worst signings we ever do. Like, we go from having Martinez to pay 30 million for Ramsdale. That is just a joke.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand, if you want to play from the back, what are you going to do with Ramsdale? Because his feet is worse than Leno's.
FC.
And Leno is not good enough on playing from the back. That's why sometimes it baffles me the way we make transfers. We had a keeper that was good on playing from the back, that could determine if he should go short or if he should go long, who was good in the air and had good reflexes. We decided to get rid of him. If you're going to take in another keeper, surely you take in a keeper that can play from the back, because you've just spent 50 million on a defender that wants to play from the back.
About Sam Johnston as well.
Yeah, but I mean, is a goalkeeper a real priority, though? You look at the other positions. I mean, look, even what Dan said, look, Maddison. Do you actually really need Maddison that much? You need... Maddison is a number 10, and I think you've got players who can play number 10. You've got Smith Rowe. You could even put Saka there if you wanted to. You know, I just feel the priority should be...
We struggled last season, I think we do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but then again, Maddison, he's a good player when he does play, but he gets injured quite a lot. That's the issue with him.
But I've checked his stats about the amount of games he's played the past 3 seasons. I think this season he played 31 Premier League games. The season before that, 36. The season before that, 36. So he hasn't missed a lot of games. I think it's just something that someone put out there that he's very injury prone, and people have continued to do well. And I actually checked his stats. He hasn't missed a lot of football games. I think with Maddison, for me, it depends on the price. I think he's a good player. I think if he came in, he would improve us. We lack midfielders that score goals, and he will definitely give us goals. And the thing is, when you have Maddison, you can rotate. You can play with him as a number 10 and Smith Rowe and Saka on the wings.
Especially if you're playing
or you can
fun and he's trying to bring players into play.
Yeah, exactly. And you can sometimes even play Pepe on the wing, Saka on the other. Like, for me, like the youngsters, Smith Rowe and Saka, as good as they are, I don't want them to play more than 25 to 30 starts. Because what we did last year was we were playing them too much. We were relying on them so much that they got burnt out. Because they're so young. And I don't want us to do the same mistake as we did with Cesc Fabregas, as we did with Aaron Ramsey, Jack Wilshere, great young talent, played them too much, and then we burned them out.
Yeah. I hope you're well and enjoying the show. I am, even though I don't know much about Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal need to spend that much on a goalkeeper. Get someone cheaper like Johnston from West Brom.
100%.
Good point.
And even Pereira. We could get Mateus Pereira from West Brom.
Yeah.
He scored 11 goals, I think 4 assists. He's creative, another goal-scoring midfielder that can play 10, can play on the wing. And he's not like, he would cost us maybe 20, 25 million, and you don't have to start him. But if you play Maddison, you have to start him because you've spent so much money on him.
It's a good point. He will always get injured at the end of the seasons, and it's cost less the top 4 the last 2 seasons, I reckon. It's a good point.
Let's see.
Fair enough. Everyone is welcome, even fans that are not Arsenal fans. That's the thing. This channel is more a football channel, to be honest, than an actual Arsenal channel. So yeah, Big up Talk Man U. Hope you're well, mate.
Yeah, big up
I'm
talk.
sure the more I watch, the more I learn about Arsenal. All you need to learn is once upon a time, we used to be a famous club. We used to be a big club. We used to win titles. We used to challenge Man United for titles. Then a little guy called Mr. Kroenkes turned up. Right?
Oh,
This is after we moved to this little stadium called the Emirates. And what he did is bought shares and turned us into a complete car crash. Right? And then we came crashing down to top 4. Then he went down to top 5. Then we got rid of Wenger. And we thought, yippee, we got rid of Wenger. That will help. No, we got Kroenke at the helm. So didn't give Emery any backing. Fucked him up. Then Arteta turns up, and well, the fact he's still in the job says everything you need to know about our owners, doesn't it? Does it?
what I would say about the Kroenkes is that I think they have backed. I mean, look, you look at the last few seasons. There's been a lot of money that's been spent. The problem also is the recruitment. Whoever's recruiting the players. You're right. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, Connor. Carry on, mate. Sorry.
The problem is, right, is the recruitment. Whoever's recruiting the players on the boards, you know, like Pepe, was he worth 70 million? No, nowhere near it. Is Ben White, is he worth 50 million? No, nowhere near it. And this is where you have to ask, the money is there. They're just not spending it on the right players. And, you know, I feel sorry for, I don't know who's deciding who brings in these players. But you can't blame the Kroenkes because they put the money there. They put their hands in their pocket. Even Partey cost, what, 45 million? You know, that isn't their fault that he was going to get injured and, you know, he hasn't been fantastic this season. That's, you know, obviously the player getting injured or the way Arteta's playing him or whatever. But the money has been there. You know, do they put a lot of money on for season tickets? Yes. But they know people are still stupid enough to pay for those tickets. So it's a great business side for them. So you can have all these arguments about them doing this and doing that. But actually, ultimately, they have backed managers. Emery, that first season he came in, they got, Torreira, they got Guendouzi. You know, they got countless players that summer. And in the next season, they gave him 70 million for Pepe. They bought David Luiz in, and they bought Ceballos as well. You know, and Tierney. You know, and then you move on to last season. You know, you had Partey, Gabriel, Ceballos came back again, Willian came in, and look at this. So you can't complain about the Kroenkes because they have put the money, you know, in the hands of Edu and, you know, whoever else has decided to buy these players. So,
I mean, hang on, I want to get
let him go in.
What do you say about it, mate? Do you think they're just fooling us? As they usually
all right, Stephen. You talking to me, mate? Yeah, sorry about it, mate. Sorry, my Wi-Fi's doing a bit of a madness at the moment, mate. I don't know what the hell it is. I was trying to get on here earlier on, actually, and I'm away on holiday at the moment, and it's bloody going stupid.
I'll just quickly say this comments I want to say. I say straight through. Maddison improves you as a creative player. He's one of the best in the league. His quality at set pieces as well as I think your club would be man not to miss him. Big up Static Talk Man U. I sent you the video. It's not one of those bloody videos you sent the other day. Jesus. Talk. I hope you don't mind me asking if you think of what Anthony talks about a lot, right, in his mind, then you know what sort of video I'm fucking thinking of.
Yeah.
He's a naughty boy.
Yeah, mate.
How
are you, Stephen, anyway? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm okay, man.
Yeah, because after yesterday and all that, sorry about all that, mate. That was terrible what you had to do put up with yesterday. Terrible, wasn't it?
It's all a load of bullshit. It's all over a load of bullshit.
Yeah, man.
A load of lies. Lies.
Not worth it, mate. They ain't worth it. Bunch of idiots, mate.
And the thing is, they think they've got the temerity to run a fucking YouTube channel over it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Right, but there you go. Don't worry about it.
Anyway, let's forget about them, mate. Forget about them. Don't give them no airtime, you know.
They're not worth it. That's what they want, man. That's what they want.
Yeah, definitely, mate, definitely. What about, have you seen this about Tommy Abraham now? We're linked with him again. Have you seen that?
Yeah, we
Go
did
for it.
talk about it.
What do you
What's your
say? What
thoughts?
do you say with it, man?
I don't want him there. I don't want him at Arsenal. He's doing nothing at Chelsea. So what's the point of him going to Arsenal?
I get the point, but it's like I just said, he's not. He did well to get us with Chelsea when they got top four with no money, no investment, with Lampard at the helm, and then the next season he was just sort of cast aside. And then when Lampard was fine, which way to turn to, like, he went to Abraham and like, can you help me out? And he's probably like, no, fuck you. I'll get you this, and you just turn me aside for Werner. They do what Chelsea do, what they do best, and then all of a sudden, if they then get rid of someone, like, because they've decided to cast him aside, all of a sudden they're shit. No, he's a decent player. He's I'm not saying he's the best, but he's 23. He's not his peak yet. He needs the right team behind him, playing week in, week out football with good coaching. That's what he needs.
Yeah, but do you think Arteta's going to provide that? He's going to make him even worse, surely. He's going to ruin him.
That is the big question. And the thing is, you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, the way I see it with the way Arteta is at the minute, with the way our pre-season's going at the minute, it don't look like very good. I mean, I'll talk about the pre-season in our next stream tomorrow, because I'm trying to make like streams up as I'm going along here to fill the content in, because there's nothing fucking going on. Apart from the Olympics, is about it. I'll be doing an Olympic stream, watch along tomorrow on Saturday.
Oh, cool, man.
Saturday morning.
Yeah,
I love the Olympics. I love it.
It was my sister's birthday this morning, so I couldn't.
Oh yeah, I watched the women.
Big up to your sister, man.
2-0.
Yeah, I watched it. They play better football than Arsenal, don't they? Anyway.
Big up to your sister there, Stephen. Wish you a happy birthday for me, mate.
Rangers fan here.
We're getting promoted next season. You'll see us this time next year. We'll be talking about us.
What's that, £4 of rubbish?
Oh, fucking club. Oh, God, we're going to get relegated.
God.
What £4 of rubbish?
Let me just write some comments.
You got to join the bees, mate. The bees are already up there.
Talks from Salford. Oh, God help him. I was totally wrong. Jade, where are you from? West Yorkshire, but not far from Bradford. Stephen, nice shirt. Have you got a hot date? Hey.
There you go, man. There you go. Yeah, Ariana, mate, isn't you? Ariana.
No.
It's on the big money now. Don't Stephen.
Gone. I know she ain't coming.
Oh, God, man. He's got Ariana Grande in his house.
She can't be 34 and I can't be 35, so there we are.
By the way, Stephen, could I just mention about Lewis Hamilton the other day? Brilliant again, Lewis Hamilton. Yeah. And it's terrible what happened to him again, like the racism. I hate all that, man. Terrible.
You know what? I say that, right? And it always hurts me when I see it, right? But not to mention he's a gooner, but the fact that he's my idol. He's the one I look up to all the time. Right? And like with his Still I Rise motto and everything, resonates so much with me as a person. Rising from adversity. That's why you can fire as much hate as him. It never work. He'll use. Do you know what you've done? Do you know what whether they're Max Verstappen fans or whether they're not, and I don't even think they are. They're just general people that hate Hamilton. Right? It's a funny thing.
That's right, man.
Channel as well that like to be an advocate for racism, right, and call us out to be a racist. Didn't tweet once about it because they've got such an agenda against him. They don't like him. They never liked him. They don't recognise anything he's done.
Yeah, and they're so jealous, mate. He can do it and they can't. You know, just because he's got his personal colour, he's a man of colour. So what?
He's just like, I don't know why, but it's like even if like you're fans of Verstappen or whatever, it's a racing incident. I don't get what you're getting at. It's racing. 2 uncompromising drivers going into that turn, right? It's going to happen. And Max, the way he's been since his career started, it's going to happen to him eventually. He was being so aggressive for so long, it was going to get to a point where, bang, Hamilton was just going to go, you've done it to me in Imola, you've done it to Barcelona. Not this time, pal. I'm not backing down. I'm not being bullied into it. He said, I'm not being bullied into this. Right? And that's what you thought
right, mate. Good on him.
And what I said, and as much as they're both to blame because they're both uncompromising. Simple as that. And what I will say is, if you thought for 1 minute using racial hatred was going to do, it was going to knock him down, you clearly don't know Lewis Hamilton the world at all. Every time he has some sort of negative thing,
he rises above it. He rises above it, doesn't he?
He turns it and puts it on the track and turns it into wins. So you've just really fueled him. Well done. Thank you. 1-1.
Yeah. They clap the morons, why not? That's what they're doing. Yeah.
Right. When the Black Panther actor died.
Yeah. That was terrible.
Into a pole, fastest lap win.
Yeah.
Same here.
It was dedicated to him, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Every little negative.
He's a hero, Lewis.
He is, man.
He doesn't get the respect and acknowledgement that he deserves in UK, which is sad.
Yeah, you're right there, Si. Big up to you, mate, by the way. Nice to hear you on here, man.
Yeah,
nice to hear you on here.
Yeah. First time we're here together, innit?
Yeah. Is Connor still on? Who's Connor here? Is he still there?
Connor.
He's gone, is he?
Yeah. Arsenal signed any players from top clubs like Brighton.
Yeah, we should get Graham Potter, the manager. Why not? Get him as well.
Ben White scores the winner, mate. Right, when we play you, right, you ain't gonna be saying that. Right, Stephen. I got your. No, you ain't got me blushing. Bullshit.
Stephen, what's that? What did you say?
No, Anthony, I don't want your fucking advice. Right? Right, I'll end up in a divorce in about 5 seconds flat. Right, Stephen, the fact you actually met Lewis Hamilton, respect to you. Yeah, I got lucky. We got lucky. We got passes into the paddock, right? And then all of a sudden we just came out of the garage, and I was just like, my mum was just like that. Get a photo now. Get in there. Get in the pile. Advice from women. And
where's Tom, by the way? He ain't on here today. Where is he?
He's on the Man United agenda. He'll probably be on later.
Oh, right. I thought he'd be stuffing his face again or something.
Yeah, even though he's been in the fridge. We're not like that. Let's start. Twitch is better than... Is it? I don't know. I always thought YouTube was better. But there you go. So...
Yeah, Connor was saying something. He was speaking about a very interesting topic about...
come on, Connor. Keep going, mate.
About the owners. And my input to it is that, first of all, I think why a lot of Arsenal fans, including myself, are so irritated with the owners is that when we actually had opportunities to win league titles, they refused to put in money. And that was a big issue. One of the issues why we didn't evolve to continue being one of the best teams in the world. And at that time, players weren't as expensive as they are now, so they wouldn't even had need to put in a lot of money.
No, but the thing is, as well, when they first put shares in the club, we were losing our best players, and they never at one point put their money in and said, no, we're not letting that happen. They just let it happen.
Exactly. And number two is the way Arsenal is run from the top to the bottom. It baffles me. Sometimes I wonder who is in charge. How come the last time we bought a player and sold them with...
Spineless.
Yeah, how come the last time we bought a player and sold it with profit was in 2013? That was the last time we bought a player and sold it with profit. We've bought over 30 senior players since and not sold one with profit. How is
Yeah,
that possible? How come
yeah.
when
because
we had
Run by clowns,
I,
mate. Run by
I'll
clowns.
say this now. They don't care. They literally don't. They don't care, right? And I've said this so many times, and this is why they're still there now, and they're not investing in the club to keep us in top six or anything like that. If they could find money, even if it got relegated to the championship, if they could find a way to be in the
Yeah,
black, take the hit of being relegated, and stay in the black, they would be in the championship for all they care, right?
yeah,
yeah.
They
they
They don't
wouldn't
give a
don't
mind
fuck.
care
because
as long as they keep us afloat because we're
when
an
you
insurance policy. We're a debt-free asset to say if
Yeah,
anything
the
fucks
cash
up, they go,
cow,
here you
cash
go, have
cow
that.
for them.
yeah,
We're a
and
cash
also
cow.
Everything they make out of us is a bonus.
if
Yeah,
you check the figures, the Kroenkes, I think we were second to last of the owners that have put in
yeah.
less money of all the teams in the Premier League. I think it worked out to be like 15 million. Everything else we bought from players is money from the club that is money that Arsenal itself has generated. It doesn't actually come from their pocket. So
Mm,
that's an issue for me, and it's an issue that they decided to employ Mikel Arteta with zero experience, zero knowledges, not even from U team, not even from an under
yeah.
23s, in a time when Arsenal were in a big crisis. It wasn't like, oh, he was gonna come into like a Man City where
Mm,
everything is so professional from the top to the bottom that you could basically put him any decent manager there and they will win you titles because everything is so well run. So you will have an opportunity to evolve, to learn by good people, by good coaches, by good technical directors. We don't have that at
yeah.
Arsenal, and that's an issue for me. Like, why do we make the same mistakes year in year out? They said that they weren't gonna let
Exactly.
any player run down their contract. If you had 2 years,
That was
they were
bollocks.
gonna sell
Total
you.
bollocks.
But it was all a lie.
It was.
We had the issue with Aubameyang last year. We have the same issue with, like I said, this year. We'd let go of
Yeah.
Socrates,
Pay them
Özil,
too much.
Alexis, Mkhitaryan, Ramsey for free. We probably lost 150 million on transfers just because we didn't make any footballing decision to sell the player because he doesn't want to stay or give them the
Mm,
contract that they want. We don't make these decisions and we keep on I keep seeing the same problem again. I mean we bought David Luiz, it didn't work out. Let's go and buy
yeah.
William. Like, why do you keep doing the same thing and expect another result? Surely we
Mm,
need to start scouting. What does the manager want to do? Let's
Uh,
bring those kind of players. If
I,
the manager wants to play from the back, bring in a goalkeeper that can
yeah.
play from the back. Don't bring in a Ramsdale.
I've
If the
just
manager
put,
want,
sorry,
yeah,
just
Why
before
are
you
we
go,
getting
sorry.
Ramsdale? That's what I
I
want
will
to know.
just say,
I
I
don't
just
know.
put a link, I just put a community, sorry, I put a poll
Yeah,
in the chat.
yeah.
I Are the Glazers falling Man United fans and are the Kroenkes falling Arsenal fans? Simple as
Yeah.
that. Yes
Well,
or
then the
no,
wool
undecided.
over
Go
our eyes
vote.
again. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Go,
Yeah.
go vote for that now. Yeah, say go, and you're exactly right. Like
I mean,
exactly right. Like
clearly, for example, Arteta wants to play with a target man. He wants the striker to link up with Saka, with Smith Rowe,
Yeah.
combine with them. So why go for Tammy Abraham when he can't do that? Tammy
Exactly.
Abraham have similar strength as Aubameyang. They are quick. They like to run behind, and they can score. They can't dribble. They can't create for themselves. They're
Ah,
not very
that's
good
right.
in the air. You know, that's not how they play football. So I don't understand, why do we buy players that can't play the way the manager wants to play? Why do we keep doing that?
Yeah. Yeah, but do we really know how he wants to play? We ain't got a clue yet, have we? He keeps telling us to trust the process. What is the process?
There's no process. It's a lie.
No process. It never has been a process.
Have you ever heard
The
a process that doesn't have a progress? Where's the progress?
Yeah.
Progress.
Exactly.
We've had a process that's been slowly like regressing us, from 06, 07 onwards.
Yeah.
And people want to chat shit about process. Are you mad? Right. Reese.
Process the
mate,
bullshit, mate.
Hey, Reese. I'm gonna, mate. I want to get your opinion on the Kroenkes, man. I'd love for you to come on and wax lyrical, because I need a Man United fan. I need to hear the other side of this major debate, which is the Man United sides of the debate. So I'll just send you a link now, mate. So, yeah, but it started said that they don't care, and they don't seem to give a rat's ass about any sort of progress, at all. Right, so anyone that says trust the process, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Right, it never was. It never is. Right, how can you? It's like you say. It's like you said. How can you have a process without progress? The only process we're doing is progressing our way towards the fucking championship. That's what we're doing.
Exactly.
Right, that's the only progress we're fucking doing. We're gonna join you, Connor, mate.
Yeah, hey.
I heard one comment saying that we're gonna have the nicest stadium in the championship.
Yeah, we are.
What a positive.
Yeah, brilliant. And people would actually probably use that as a positive. It's like how they buy the fucking shirts. I was having a flip on Lucas' channel earlier, because I'm having these arguments, and he said you're so stupid because I want the Kroenkes out, and I'm telling them not to buy the shirts, and I'm like, are you mad? You're calling me stupid. You're out buying the shirts, you dickheads. Right?
Well, at least Arteta will win a championship title.
Are you all seriously sitting here thinking like buying the shirt is gonna like give you the reason to say like Kroenke out? No, that gives you no right to say it, because you're backing what they're doing. You are supporting them being there, because that's what they're there for, to get money out of you, right? And you buying the shirts is exactly what they want. And the longer you do that, the longer they stay. And the longer they stay, the more you have no right to say Kroenke out, especially if you're sitting there buying the shirts. You've got no right to say it. You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. Simple.
For me,
so why don't you just stop supporting the? If you want to be like that, stop supporting the club, right? And go watch gardening or something, right? Leave it to the fans who actually want to stay and fight and get their club back. How about that?
Yeah, I think the shirt one, Stephen, I think it's a bit complex. I haven't bought it, and I've said until I don't see what I want to see, I'm not buying any shirt. That's my personal decision. But what I also will say is that because I'm
not compromising on this.
Because I was a fan who wasn't living in England before, the way we used to be able to connect to the club was buying merchandise. That was how we felt that we as a fan had something tangible, because we couldn't go to games. We didn't have any Arsenal fan clubs. So the way we used to do was buy shirts. So for me, it's like, if you are an adult, you live abroad, you work, it's your money. If that is how you want to connect to Arsenal, fair play to you. But for fans who live in the UK, who can go to games, who can go to fan clubs, who can meet up with other Arsenal fans, do you really need to buy it? Can you not wait? Can you not make a statement? Can we not try to have a movement?
Make a statement.
I mean,
that's right about that, Stephen. Sound issues, mate. Sorry, I had sound issues. Right, sorry, King Sire. Carry on, mate. Sorry to interrupt.
Can we not make a movement? Like, show them that we are serious.
Yeah.
We can organize ourselves as fans, and we are not gonna buy the shirt until we see new ownership, or we see like a revolution at Arsenal where you can say that, oh, these guys are serious now.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it, Tony?
Well, unfortunately, I cut out of it then because I'm bloody having sound issues now. So I couldn't really. Sorry, Steve.
Chris, I just want to say I get what you mean about supporting Arsenal though, and people might say that's a bit strong, but like if you really want to support this club, you really want to, don't buy it. Make a stand.
Yeah, let's hear Tony's, and then you can continue.
Well, the thing is, I didn't really hear what you said, Si, because bloody sound went off, so I went out of the stream. What were you saying again, mate? What was it? What was
what I was saying was that for me, I was an Arsenal fan before I moved to England. So when I was living in Sweden, the way we could connect to Arsenal was buying merchandise, because we didn't have really any big fan clubs. It was really hard to come to England, to come to Emirates, and it was very expensive as well. So the way we could connect to Arsenal was buying merchandise, buying shirts, buying cups, just silly things, but it made us have something tangible to show that this is us connecting to the club. But then I said also, but if you live in England, can you not wait 1 or 2 years and not buy any merchandise just to make a stand? Will it really hurt you? I mean, can we not organize ourselves and show that, listen, we're not happy with the way the club is going. We won't buy anything from the club until you guys sell the club or revolutionize the club, and we can see that you are actually serious. That's my view on it.
Well, I 100% agree there, King. So I agree with you. I think the thing is, I'm not buying any kit this year. I said that. I said, fuck it, I ain't doing it. I'm not going to give any more money. What should I? I'm going to give anyone money. I'll give it to Brentford. A better team in my opinion at the moment. Got a better manager, and we're going places more than Arsenal at the moment. So, I'll stick with them, mate, and I'll give them the money for the kit. They're on the up. And you've got to say about Arsenal at the moment, right? I mean, okay, we'll see this season. I don't think he should get another season, but unfortunately, he is going to get this season. And he'll probably be sacked if he does get sacked at Christmas. If that's a big if. But I don't think the owners deserve anything, because they're a couple of pricks, to be honest. So keep telling us to be excited. Excited about what? That's what I want to know.
Are we gonna win the championship in 3 years?
Connor, what are you saying, man?
So what? Sorry, I just had to take a phone call. What was the discussion?
Shirt. If is it right to buy it, or is it wrong?
Is it right to buy the merchandise for you, or would you be like us and take a stand against it?
I mean, it's a difficult question because look, either way, you want to make a stand against the owners. You want to hurt them where it hurts the most. But then, if you hurt them where it hurts the most, you're not they're definitely not going to put money into the club. So you could punish them, but they'll punish you back. So buying a shirt, I mean, look, merchandise nowadays costs a lot of money. Even at QPR, it costs a lot of money. Like, it's £55 to buy it. Yeah, look, it's a fortune now. Even in the lower league. So but I think at the end of the day, you will never be able to really protest against them, because people will always buy the merchandise. People will always go to games. I saw a post. Funny, I saw. Well, you might not find this funny. I found it funny. This Arsenal fan, when those big protests were going on, and he said we need to get the Kroenkes out. Let's get rid of them. And he renewed a season ticket this week. He said, I can't wait. Come on, let's do it. So this is what I mean. You're protesting to get them out, but now you're lining their pockets. So it's really there's so many fine lines. But I mean, you can try and hurt the Kroenkes or hurt the Glazers or hurt your owners, but then either way, it ain't going to work unless someone buys them out. You're stuck with them.
Well, so far there's 8 votes on the poll. Keep voting, please, until the end of the stream. 75% say yes, 12% say no, and 12% are undecided. I'd love to know who say no. But
I mean, there are arguments to say they haven't. I mean, they have done things, but there are arguments to say they have supported the clubs. It isn't just they're all horrible people. You look at Arsenal's recruitment process. That's the shambles. The money has been there, and the facts show that. So.
Thank you, Dan. Totally agree. And we've got Salah as well, but who else is coming in?
Yeah, I mean, look at Liverpool.
You wish for. Look at Blackburn. Got me. Oh, don't do the that drives me up the fucking wall. That saying, that drives me up the wall. It's no saying owners, new owners would be any better. Mate, anyone would be better than for United. These owners, honestly.
Yeah, but the thing is also you have to look at where Arsenal are as a club and what football is now. Like, for Arsenal to be relegated, it would take something massively wrong for 10, 15 years because of the potential that is already in the club, because the academic is so good, the TV money is so big, and we do have talented players as well. It's not like all of them are shit. We do have talented players. So new owners, even if they are not great, if they make sure that we have great people, we have great managers, good technical director, good sporting director. That's enough.
That's the model to aspire to.
Leicester City are the model club for everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on, mate.
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I want from my owners is I want them to recruit the right people. Because when you recruit the right people, you win. Look at Liverpool. Their owners haven't spent a p, but they employed the best analyst out there, the best manager out there. And it's paid off.
Well,
They won Champions League. They won Premier League. They are continuously going into Champions League challenges for titles. You don't have to have an owner that put in money like Man City or Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's funny you say that because I've been watching a couple of Liverpool streams lately, and they're actually a lot of them are fuming with the owners because they obviously when that whole Super League was going on, their owner came out and had that video interview. They said, "I'm really sorry," all the and then they signed that Konate a couple of weeks after, and everyone's thinking, "Oh, okay, he's sucking up, lovely, good transfer window come in." They've been linked to Mbappe. They were linked to Sancho during his transfer window before he joined United. They've been linked to everyone. But the big issue is now is that they're not going to sign anyone now. They're not signing. Liverpool will not sign anyone. Why is that? Because they thought to themselves, I really do feel sorry for Klopp because I don't know. Klopp likes a thin squad. I know he loves a thin squad. He doesn't like a big, bulky squad with all these, he doesn't like a squad like Man City where you've got all that depth on the bench, for example. He's got a good first team and a good couple of backup players. That's what he likes. But the issues with Liverpool, and especially Craig said this on Anfield Agenda, he says, I do not want to wait another 30 years to get a title. That's the worst thing because that's the issue because they're not building on what they've done. Last year was a really bad season because of all the injuries and no fans, and that has a massive impact. But there's no the team for me who looks like they're going through it at Man United. They've got Sancho, Varane's knocking around the corner. They're trying to get a CDM to come in, and they haven't just got a good team. They've got a fantastic bench as well. The depth they've got, But then again, the question I have is with the manager. But that's another story. Even look at Chelsea. They've bought no one. They've bought no one this
Yeah,
window.
but Chelsea will buy.
Chelsea will buy, but the only player they're really going for is Haaland.
Yeah,
And
but that's
do I
enough.
think they'll? Do I think they'll get them? I don't think they'll get Haaland. I don't think they'll get him to at least next season. So
if Roman wants
Why
Haaland
not?
this season,
Why don't you think they're getting?
well, look,
Why don't you think they're getting?
because no, Dortmund have already said that Haaland's in the plans for next year, and Chelsea are trying to get Chelsea are trying to get a middleman to go in between the two and say, okay, well, how much would you like if you joined and all that business? But Haaland ain't joined, especially he might join next season, but not this season. They've already lost Sancho. I don't think they want to lose Haaland as well. So it's sort of one or the other maybe for Dortmund. But the other question is, look at City. They've lost Aguero. Then are they going to sign another striker? I haven't seen them linked with anyone. So this season's going to be interesting because the only team for me who are looking quite scary, Leicester are looking pretty good. They're signing players, and so Aston Villa apparently they're going to put a £30 million bid in for Leon Bailey this week, and then Man United. Apart from that, no one else is jumping out at me. So there you go.
There's still time though, isn't there? I mean,
well, of course,
any of them could come up and just buy a player at any time. So,
but is there an
even right near the end of it, like Arsenal, just do it right on the very last day.
But do you think is there an argument to say with Liverpool that if Jota stays free from injuries, if Mane gets back to his normal form, if Thiago now has one more year in the Premier League, Van Dijk is getting back, Konate is getting in, there's still a sick squad with a very competent manager.
But did you hear what you said? You said if. This is the thing. Those ifs might not happen. That's the issue with Liverpool at the moment. They need to sign players to really get back to what they were, because you even look at them last season, the football, I mean, I know they had a lot of injuries, but the football was dreadful. It wasn't like they weren't getting through games like they used to. Yeah, they didn't have that, even if it was just a squeaky 1-0, they didn't have that extra bit of fight to get them over the line. And even, look, it's difficult.
It is difficult, but they had many injuries, and the best two midfielders was playing as defenders. They had 4 or 5 central defenders that were injured. Trent was injured, and then he just lost his form. He did
exactly.
Later on, but it was.
I know they had a lot of injuries in defence, but going forward, Mane, Salah, and Firmino kept themselves virtually fit the entire season, and they were really bad last year. That's the thing.
Yeah, what happened to Mane? What happened to him?
I think Salah was all right.
But
even
then,
Firmino and Mane, I think they were very poor.
But the amount of chances that were just being missed, like the amount of games where I was watching Liverpool and 6 yards out, and Salah or Mane or Firmino just sky it, or and it was like they weren't. You knew Liverpool were going to get chances, but they weren't scoring them. Burnley turned them over 1-0 at Anfield. I mean, Burnley with their team. It's almost like
they done us twice, didn't they?
Yeah, they went to Arsenal. Yeah, but anyone could go to Arsenal and get a result there. I mean, that is playing a home game, quite literally. There's no fear going there. So no offence, guys. But that's what I mean. There wasn't. Last year, I got really pissed off last year with a lot of Premier League teams, because there was a real opportunity to go out there, because there was no fans, no pressure on them almost, and perform. I look at United; they were top for that, and they lost against Sheffield United, and they started to fall down. I think you had a real good chance to go and get that title. You had Tottenham, who was up there one moment, Leicester, who were up there. I think Chelsea were, and then they had a massive drop. You just think to yourself, you had all those chances, a brilliant season to win a trophy, and you messed up when you had to, so. But this season, I think, will be a fantastic season. It'll be very tight, very tight.
I hope so. Last season is the worst Premier League season I've seen.
What do you think? Do you think Arsenal have a chance at all to get into Europe, back into Europe?
Top 4, no.
That's what I'm asking. No, not top 4, no. That's why I said Europe.
I think for me,
5 or 6, maybe 5 or 6.
before I can see us challenge for 5 or 6, I need to see who is coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
It
a
would
good point.
depend. It would depend. It's too early to say anything because with this
Just
manager,
by the look of the performances
it's
of
hard.
Wales. Right,
But
and let's
Liverpool,
be
I
honest,
think
Rangers.
one thing
I'm
I
not.
don't understand with Liverpool, why don't they
I'm not
sell
gonna go at
what
Rangers, but
money?
Rangers is more like the top end of Championship level in a sense, rather than like the Premier League.
And pre-season,
That's
you
what I always
can't
find.
judge it, can you? Really,
Nah,
it's pre-season.
I think people make too much of preseason, and the
Stephen, big
Scottish
up,
team are
mate.
way ahead
I'm
of
off
us.
now, mate. Works. So big up, Dan.
It is still good that we are getting players.
Pardon, sorry?
Stephen's back.
Guys,
He's back at last.
Go. My dreams.
Yeah, what happened there, mate?
Dreams, mate.
Yeah.
Big up, everyone. Talk is back again. He's back again.
Yeah.
Big up, Talk. Big up, Talk Food.
Yeah, big up
He's Talk Food, isn't he?
That person who's speaking. Don't know yet name, but it's speaking sense. That'll be King Tony. He talks some sense. He talks sense.
Yeah.
Right, he doesn't put up with his
name's there, yeah.
manager crap. So, yeah, I think there's not much else we can say on Arsenal at the minute. If we just play it by ear, innit? Just keep an eye on what's going on and monitor it. So,
well, the good news is I'll be able to report on Saturday Man United because we've got them and I'm going to watch it.
But then again, we have got Reese. We'll just
Reese,
yeah.
Heard you were looking for me.
Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to turn up. Like,
I was sorting that. What can I do for you?
Big up, Reese. Big up, mate.
Glazers boy. I wanted to explain to me about like you've got Varane, you've got Sancho on the books.
Just about.
Just about. Let's say they're done. Right, it'll take a miracle for that to collapse. Not that I wouldn't be complaining. That I would. Is that? I'm saying the same question as I just said about the Kroenkes. Is it a ploy to just fool us all again, like they've done before, buy our trust back? Right? Oh look, we're doing the right thing. We're progressing forward. I think Man United have maybe in a sense more than Arsenal, looking like they could be a team that could challenge for a league, right? With the signings they're getting. So you could probably say, yeah, they could. They look like they're actually doing something. Arsenal are more like, well, the main targets we do need aren't here yet. So we're more on the fence, and we don't even know our players are going to work. So and plus we've got a manager that we know is shit.
So, very much so. I mean, he's got a specialty finish in 8th place. I'll give him that.
Oh, shut up.
Specialist of mediocrity, isn't he?
Yeah,
pretty much.
You could do a banter of rivals on 8 p.m. Saturday if you want to. Right.
That's fine by me.
But yeah. What do you say about the whole thing? Do you think it's just deployed by the Glazers?
Well, the Glazers have never had the trust of Man United fans, period. So this is their way of trying to buy the loyalty, buy the trust any way they can. Yeah, exactly. Any way they can. It's not gonna work. Like, even if they could sign, realistically, they could go out, sign Oblak, for example, bring in the best right back in the world, whoever that is. You could bring in the world's best defenders. You could bring us in like a Joshua Kimmich at defensive midfield. You could bring us in a Neymar and Mbappe, and we would still want the cunts out. We would still want the cunts out. Honestly, like, we do not give a fuck about them. They've robbed $2 billion out of the club as well. They think taking dividends is an acceptable thing for them as owners. No, it's not. It's not acceptable. I don't know any owner that takes dividends out. Pretty much, yeah.
You've got Statler and Waldorf, haven't you? Statler and Waldorf in charge. You got there, haven't you?
We do, yeah.
Pick up the Muppets, isn't it?
I'm hoping that we get rid of them one way or another. At least Woodwank is going. At least Woodwank's off. Like it's not long. Like he's stepping down, so that's a bonus. Like he's just the first domino to fall. We need to get like Richard Arnold out as well. Like, we need to Matt Judge, get them out, and then after that, the Glazers have no one to protect them. Because we've seen what they're like now as well.
It's like I think DT mentioned it a long time ago before in one of his interviews on AFTV. It was like for like every empire that there is with the Kroenkes, you'd have to take away a little piece of the thing for it all to come crumbling down. And I think the thing with us was get rid of Wenger and then see that we're like whether it's the Wenger or it's the Kroenkes. And you can clearly see it's the Kroenkes.
Oh, definitely, People just try to mug off Wenger for it. It's not his fault.
I mean, I think it's a mixture of both. And but the Kroenkes are just like they just do anything in which way to, like I've said, just make sure that we stay as an insurance policy and just float. Right, as there's someone that's there if we need them or they need us at any point to bail them out.
The Kroenkes are clowns, mate. Like honestly, I want them out of Arsenal as well. Like I can't even banter you lot anymore. And I say this with all due respect. I cannot banter you the way I used to, because now I just feel pity for Arsenal fans because of their owner. Like I just feel pity.
Oh no, there is some Arsenal fans.
Who can you say is worse, the Kroenkes or the Glazers? Who's worse?
Glazers for me, 100%. The fact that like Old Trafford's been around since the early 1900s and it's rusty, it's falling apart, it's leaking water in the roof. You could sit in Old Trafford and you wouldn't even need to go home for a shower. You can just take your Head and Shoulders, hope it's Pishington, and then you'll be totally fine. You can get a wash. Like, that's how bad Old Trafford is under the Glazers.
Take a shower there, you might get removed by security.
You would. I'm not recommending it, but I'm just using it as an example. That's how bad it is. You could probably have like a quick hair wash, but it's that bad. Like for Old Trafford itself, like a stadium rich in history, over 100 years old, and it's falling apart. It's rusty as well. Like it's just not safe, and it's a fantastic stadium. It's a fantastic stadium. It's been ripped. It's been ripped on the inside
all that
because
history
of these owners.
All that history. Yeah,
exactly.
And all that history, in you. All them league titles, all them Champions League and wherever else you won, FA Cup.
Lost the league title.
Got it all there, isn't it? It's so sad now, isn't it?
We also just remember what happened at your stadium, mate. The year that your so-called club captain came to us, he got a guard of honour, didn't he?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
you know exactly who I'm talking about. Those fighting fish.
Do you remember Sylvain Wiltord? I think he did.
Yeah, I remember Sylvain Wiltord because he was a quality striker for France.
I mean, he won a league title at Old Trafford. Unfortunately, it was for Arsenal.
I know. I watched that game.
It
wasn't pleasant.
He stayed up late to watch that game. I was only allowed to watch the first half.
Sorry, I remember him the following season though. I remember him the following season. You were nowhere near us.
Mad run. Some sort of mad.
Here we go.
No, it went from December. We were ahead at Christmas, and like we just went on a mad run. You just didn't lose. And just
I'll tell you what happened. Roy Keane came back for injury, mate. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Roy Keane came back for injury. When you've got the greatest club captain in the Premier League, that's what happens, mate.
But then we were relying on Nistelrooy to finish.
And he kicks the shit out, yeah.
And if, to be honest, if you actually did finished our unbeaten season in August before it even started, we probably might have even gone in further in the Champions League. So we would have focused more on that.
I mean, you did lose to us in the FA Cup. Just remember that. And Chelsea in the Champions League. I mean, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's because we were too busy, like, focused on the gold trophy.
That's when you're a really good team.
We're going back to that Ryan Giggs goal again in a minute. Ryan Giggs.
Oh yeah, he picked up from Vieira, didn't he? I mean, that's
you
his
had to
all.
remind him of that, did you?
Oh yeah, Reece, you know, Ole is about to break a world record. He'll become the first manager in history to spend 500 million and not win a trophy.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
500. Oh yeah.
Give or take, depending on this season.
But don't forget, they got Ollie at the wheel. They got Ollie at the wheel. He crashed it.
Depending on what happens this season, it can, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's kind of what happens. It's kind of what happened to Max Verstappen's wheel. It fell off. Sorry, I had to put that one in.
Do you know, it's I actually saw a stat. I saw a stat the other day about City and United. Since 2012, United have actually spent more money than City. You know that? On players.
No.
But that ain't talking because obviously apparently Man City bought their titles. No. It's about
I've just
recruiting
read something about
good
Man
players.
City. The FA are still investigating them for FFP.
Okay,
FFP is useless.
From what I'm hearing,
it's useless.
It's Man City.
City will get a £5 million fine, and that'll be it.
Yeah, they'll actually probably get a pay rise.
Guys, a random question: do you think it's time to put in salary caps for players?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's ridiculous.
I think so, but I understand that. Obviously, football, it's an industry, it's a business. Obviously, you're there to make money. But there's some players that get paid X amount of money and they're absolutely shite at the game and they don't deserve it. I'm like,
Abba. Sorry. Yeah. Abba. Sorry. Yeah. He gets paid lots of money and doesn't score. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean,
court ruling shows Premier League's still investigating Manchester City over FFP. Obviously, City strongly deny any wrongdoing regarding financial fair play. Premier League started their investigation in 2019. Man City have lost the ruling by a court of appeal, which confirms that the Premier League side is still continuing to investigate the champions for alleged breaches of financial fair play, which are the judges stating part of the club's argument was entirely fanciful. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, more like bollocks. Tell it to someone who cares.
To be fair, we already know we're going to get away with
it. So, yeah, but I think I'm not worried about really Man City, to be honest. That's like Man City are like in space and we're on the ground floor here in terms of Arsenal. I think Man
we
United
wish to be out there with it.
And what happens is Man United are in the air, in the sky. Like Man City are in space, we're on the floor.
No, you're at the furthest reaches of the Earth's core.
Hey, come on. I was being nice.
Yeah,
so was I.
He has got a point.
So was I.
Not you as well. I get this from Maisie now as well, for fuck's sake. Jeez. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, where is Maisie, by the way?
She was on the Man United agenda last time I saw her. So, but anyway, but I think we're gonna wrap up there anyway, because I've got to jump on to Richard's stream at 10:15. And we're talking to Ray from Manchester City as well. That'd be fun.
That should be interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if I'll bring that up. That'd be fun. But yeah, we're gonna leave it there anyway. Thanks to Connor, he just left. Thanks to Reese coming on.
No worries.
Pleasure as usual. Big up King Tony for coming on. And everyone else in the chat.
Thanks, mate.
Sure, no worries. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. As if you not know already, you've made
headbutt the likes.
You made £92
overall. Get Stephen all the likes, man.
Yeah, that's £92 overall, which is £74. 80% of that has gone to the charity today. Big up.
More power to your charity there, Stephen. More power, mate, to the charity.
Yeah, mate. So and you can do that by donating.
Donate a bit as well, mate. Gonna donate.
Donate to the page. Donate via Super Chat. Then join the membership as well. as little as $1.99. Join the membership, loads of little perks. And yeah, we're back to tomorrow with just an Arsenal talk in general, and then Friday is probably just an F1 talk, and then Saturday is Team GB watch along at 11:15 in the morning. Then there will be Banter Arrivals at 8 o'clock on a Saturday, which should be fun. That should be fun. Right, especially if they're going to banter us about Tammy Abraham or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, maybe we should just call it not the banter your rivals, it's just like banter the Arsenal.
Well, we already do.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's a certainty, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, smash that like button, share button, subscribe button, and we'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye.